Tell you who else is impressing me. Might shock you this.
Go on.
Mine Gravenberch is impressing me. I won't go all in just yet. I'll sort of hold my cards close to my chest for a minute. Jamie, I'll let you have the first say. Wow, just wow.
Yeah, another really impressive performance. I think he's becoming undroppable quickly, I would say.
Wow.
Shame for Jones, because Jones was playing. There's going to be a bit of a fight on now for whether they can get I don't know what combination, but I've heard people make the Wijnaldum comparison, which I can sort of see because he's on the left hand side. But I think what he does have is that he's so difficult to get the ball off. He's more skillful than Wijnaldum. We were trying to describe his running style. He glides. He is powerful, but he doesn't power through. He's like twinkles his way across the turf. So good receiving the ball, back to goal. He'll turn into space, make a little layoff, he beat a man. My thing, because there was a lot of talk about, he might be being groomed for the 6. I don't want to see him there because I think he's so good. He does things. He does things that you want further up the pitch, that where defenders are just going to be like, well, there was fuck all I could do about that, because I may as well not have been there because he's just pissed past me. Very impressed.
He'd be wasted in the 6. Wasted. And forgive me, I say this almost every show. Forgive me again, but when I spoke to Babel and he said it'd be like buying a Ferrari and only driving at 20 miles an hour, that's Ryan Gravenberch if you play him in the 6. He's got everything. He has absolutely. The kid is unbelievable. Said it the other day, we robbed Bayern Munich. He is just a joke. Like the way he moves with a footy, what he can do with a footy, he just glides past people. It's a mockery. He made a mockery of that game for a little bit tonight. Honest to God,
too easy for him, man.
Too easy. Too easy. Like what Bayern Munich were thinking, letting that lad lead their football club, I've got no idea. Don't get me wrong, they're blessed. Goretzka, Kimmich, Musiala, etc. But he is just sublime. Like watching him play football is a genuine joy at the minute. He obviously gets his goal tonight. He takes that goal really well. But it just feels like you're on the brink all the time of watching him score constantly from range. He has a couple of efforts tonight. I think one goes just wide of the post. Mate, Errol, I'll let you have your saying as well, but I just love watching him. He was a little bit Pogba-esque, and I forgive me.
Juve Pogba.
Good Pogba.
Good Pogba,
Which is why I say forgive me, because Pogba turned out to be utter shite for Manchester United, thankfully. But good peak Pogba, that's what he looks like to me.
And it's frightening me because it doesn't matter. You need one to step up sometimes. You need one in your midfield to really be the guy that's going to take the game. Not necessarily you take the by the scruff of the neck, but take the game to the opponents. Really show that I've got the class and I'm going to run midfield. It could be Szoboszlai one game, Gravenberch another game. Got McAllister. The options are frightening in itself, but when the players step on the pitch and actually deliver, that's when you sit there and think, wow, what a player we've got. These young lads, both of them under the age of 24, 25, both not even hit their prime yet.
He's 21.
Both got him on his own massive ceiling to go. And I've always my biggest apprehension with the Klopp rebuild for midfield, everyone harped on about it and we all spoke about it, how much we needed the rebuild, why, and all the reasons, and I get it. I understood all of the logic and the reasoning behind why we needed the rebuild. My anxiety set in with the fact that I've seen Klopp bring in midfielders before. It's taken months to get one midfielder up to speed. How's he going to get a roster of midfielders up to speed and get them performing to the level without disjointing the rest of the team when every game in the Premier League matters and means something? Then you've got Europe, all the competitions. And my fear was that would be too much. We'd be asking too much. You had another 8 when we really needed a 6. That's going to be too much. You've added one more elements into the mix where you might not get the best out of him, and someone is going to fall victim of the set of circumstances that we find ourselves in again. But it's been the complete opposite. You mentioned duck to water. We've got a fucking what is it? A flock? Is that what you call them? We got
A swan to water.
Yeah, we got a whole flock of them. They're all there, man. They're just waddling after Klopp. Klopp's the mother one, and they're all just following him, and they're all swimming perfect. He's the mother goose. He really has. He's laid the golden eggs card out, bringing home the bread every single game. And like, we can sit here and laugh, but we've just spun Toulouse 5-1. We're making a mockery of this group, which we knew we've had to.
Should be doing.
We should be doing. We've had to temper our emotions and the way, our swagger, because we've been humbled in the Europa League, and last season went the way it did. But we should have been making a mockery out of this group, and we're on course to doing that. The Premier League, we are now re-emerging ourselves. People can't sleep on us anymore. And the best thing for me, you said about Pogba and the comparisons. It's not even the fact that we're comparing to other players that we know have done bits. It's the fact that rival fans that are fuming that we've got these bargain deals when they've shelled out big money in the summer for players that haven't hit the ground running yet. Yeah, our players, astute purchases, players we've scouted, players that we've wanted, we missed out on first time, we've come back for, we've got them, they've got on board with our project. Who's getting laughed at? Casado and Lavia? Who cares? Who's asked? The lads that we've got in now mean business. They're about this life, and they are desperate to play for Liverpool and perform. And that's only a recipe for success as far as I'm concerned.
And the options are frightening, mate. They really are. We're not even, you mentioned the word undroppable. I tend to agree with you, but there is a world whereby Gravenberch doesn't start the next game, and it doesn't matter. And he's just putting a masterclass, by the way. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
And good Liverpool's options are so plentiful now because of the summer that we had and the rebuild, the successful rebuild, I think it's fair to say now, because that's worked so well and we've got those options there. Gravenberch might not, he doesn't need to start at the weekend, and it's still going to be fine, and that's so good. But just to sort of finish, and you mentioned it there, like it might have been one more rate than we might have gone and wanted. Really, in an ideal world, probably did want more of a 6 type. But I just think Pep Linders, Jurgen Klopp, whoever, have looked at the Ryan Gravenberch situation and the fact that you can't not bring him in. Albeit he's got this skill set that doesn't necessarily suit what we need right now, but gift horse in the mouth situation. Bayern Munich don't want him anymore. You can get him for 35 million. We just have to do that deal. And we're seeing that now. We're seeing the evidence of why they made that decision, aren't we? Because he is just phenomenal. He's a freak.
There aren't that many players that I can think of. I mean, if you think he's the size of Andy Carroll, or Duncan Ferguson, but he moves like a ballroom dancer, like in the middle of the pitch, like very, very unusual player in the best possible way. Yeah, what are they doing over there in Holland? How come Holland are so poor at the moment as well? Like
they used to be short. Dick Hout wasn't the tallest guy. Joe Ruud van Nistelrooy wasn't the tallest Donny. Joe, I mean, like they used to be short but effective. You know what I mean? Now they've got, as you said, they've got this stature about them where they've all just been on whatever it is since birth. It seems like they've just grew this way. But mate, it is quality to watch.
Loads of baby bells.
I was thinking about something else, to be honest with you. Well, not for this show.
No,
phenomenal. But with number 9.
Man of the
match, wasn't he? Kyle Hill in Discord, man of the match, said the same thing. Has to be.
Good lad, Kyle.